Okay, good evening everyone. Welcome to this slightly delayed stream of the final round of the F3 Championship. Unfortunately, on my way home from work, there was a car accident in front of me. Couldn't do nothing about it, I had to stop and help, but wasn't too serious, so everything's good. Just managed to get home on time, just about, for the tonight's race. You have to bear with me a second because I haven't got any tables in front of me as I literally just walked home through the door, but if you give me a couple of seconds I will try and get that information for you now. So yeah, 5 out of the 7. I haven't got anyone, mate, to be honest. I haven't got anyone. 5 out of 7. 7. Sorry, I'm just trying to do 2 things at once here. Not good at multitasking. 5 out of 7 leagues have gone down to the final race of the season, which is pretty good for PSGL. Had F2 last night, which I've only just recovered from, to be honest, as exciting as that was. And F4 is another championship that's been decided tonight. F2 last night, as I said, and F1 tomorrow, and F6 on Thursday. But F3 tonight, so no worries, look at rocks. Hope you feel better soon. So yeah, as it is, there's literally a 2 points difference between, well, there is not literally, but it is a 2 points difference between Ash Best and AMS. Ash Best has a 2 point lead, so we're there to finish first or second. It would be winner takes all, and as the rest of the people that in the league are no slouches, the victory will be between Ash and AMS, I suspect, because they just cannot match their pace. So yeah, the victory will be decided between those two. So like I said, whoever wins the championship. So yeah, AMS, Ash Best, AMS already an FP champion, so that's great for him. But I'm sure he'll want to get the double world championship under his belt. Not many people have done that before, I suspect. So yeah, that's that. I'm just going to go into Constructors Championship now. Apologies if it sounds a bit amateurish, because like I said, I literally just walked through the door, so I can't do anything about that. So yeah, the Constructors is very close between Ferrari, Force India, McLaren, but Ash in McLaren has pretty much scored all points by himself. He's 145 and 11 points ahead of him is the Force India 166. That's represented by AMS and Kurtois, and in the lead is Ferrari, represented by Frank Dank and Sao Paulo on 170 points. And so I'm just looking through the lobby right now. Kurtois is there, Sao Paulo's there, Frank Dank interestingly not bad a minute, so wonder why he's obviously not going to show up tonight by the looks of it. But Ash is there. So yeah, the session is about to get underway, so I'm just trying to catch up with everything as I speak. Fortunately, no commentator with me tonight. Lickle is feeling ill, so he's not here. So I'm just going to try and do everything by myself for a minute, be a mathematician and a commentator at the same time. Actually, is it based on wins? If I think so. Yeah, that's basically what it is. It hasn't come down to JT. But hopefully, I can't see it coming down to that. I think these guys are going to be finishing first or second. So yeah. Don't really know what you mean by that, Joe, to be honest. There's pretty much commentators who are already established, so you just have to make yourself known, basically. Skip that. Disappointing not to see Frank Dank here, but I'm sure he has his reasons. Rocco is here. I know he's got some great pace, so he's probably the nearest rival to Ash and AMS in terms of pace. But yeah, we'll see how things play out. Obviously, weather is going to have no impact on tonight's race. It's going to be a dry quality and dry race, so yeah. So only 11 people here tonight, which is disappointing, but this is coming to a tail end of the season now, and these kind of situations is to be expected. Saw an F2 last night. Don't know what the situation was then. Thought, hello Remco, but I see Ash has already made his way out onto the pit, out of the pits as expected. He usually is the first one out. Sorry, bear me a second, guys. Like I said, I'm literally just catching up with everything in a minute, so yeah, bear with me a second. Luckily we're just on the preliminary lap, so I'm tweeting and messaging at the same time. Bear with me a second. Yeah, I've done that. What do you mean invite? So Bad Boy is he wants to be the first one to start a lap. So he's gone out first. Well, he hasn't gone out first, but he's going to start his flying lap first. Alwood had 2 minutes per session gone already before it even started a lap. This session is pretty quick. So one thing, if Ash wins, I'm not looking forward to. You imagine how long his answers. Well, you know how long his answers are when he wins a race. Imagine how long his answers will be if he wins a championship. So yeah, he'll be here all day and all night. Couldn't do any pre-race interviews, unfortunately, because AMS doesn't have a working mic, so it would be pretty pointless to do the one, to be honest. And I've done the wrong thing. I don't even think that'd be possible, Adiola, to be honest. I don't think that'd be possible. Yeah, so Bad Boy starting his flying lap. He's going to be the first one to cross the line. Bad Boy does have some pace. He's had some good results this season, both in F6 and in F3. But like I said, the two people out of AMS and Ash Best is just country mile in front of the rest of them at the minute, unfortunately. So yeah. Thank you for everyone joining my stream. I appreciate that. Hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. I really much appreciate that, guys. That'd be awesome. So bad boy coming around the last corner, and he is gonna do a 1:36.8, which is a pretty representable time of this league. Ash Best immediately beats that at 1:36.4. I'm expecting maybe if these guys do a low 1:36s, late 1:35s, not 1 minute, yeah, 1 minute, yeah. So we'll see how that plays out. AMS not far behind Ash Best. Yeah, I completely agree with that idea. I expect it to be quicker, but it's still early days. Carwell and Sao Paulo interestingly going out on the supers rather than the ultras. Yeah. And so if I catch people who have not done any lap yet. Stephen is not done a lap and has gone straight into the pits, and his team Rocco is coming down the second DRS straight. Yeah, Stephen, part of the F3 Constructors Championship. He gave a lot of points to the Force India team in the F3 Championship before he moved to F3. So he's done well. He's already got a championship under his belt. But Rocco, I expect him to be the best of the rest in this league. He's recently switched to medium traction to yes or no bad area though, but I'm just making a point. He's hoping to get yeah, I'm hoping for the same, Remco. I'm the same. The controversial last night, yeah, just about to recover from that. Like I said, Rocco, I expect him to be the best of the rest, and he is 4th fastest, which is a bit disappointing, but like I said, still got another run underneath them. So they're all set at time except Taurus, who's gone to the pits, Stephen's gone to the pits and onto the podium. So they've got their own runs to do. Yeah, so like I said, another race like last night I'm not expecting, but I mean, if anything about last night, it was exciting and a bit controversial. I'm not expecting that tonight. Exciting, yes, but I know this league is fairly clean from what I've seen so far. So yeah, hopefully we'll see more of the same. I would have asked to commentate you, and I thought you can commentate me if you want, Joe. Doesn't bother me. Well, yeah, but I mean, yeah, Ash Best would win the championship if that was to happen. So we don't want that. Well, he might do, but I think the viewers certainly do not. We want to see a great battle in the final race of the season. So Babo's commented, Rocco has come out quite early. If you consider track, oh no, he's coming into the pits. I thought he came out. I thought he already came to the pits actually. I must be thinking of someone else. But Sao Paulo, the sole Ferrari driver, he's just coming out as well. But AMS goes without. Up to you, Joe. Just let me know if you want to join or not. I don't bother me. Although I don't know how to invite you to the lobby, to be honest. I have to work that out. Yeah, so yeah, kind of in the middle of a stream in a minute, so probably not the best thing to do, to be honest. I thought I did it by myself, unfortunately. But never mind. I'll soldier on. So I'm going to stay on board with Sao Paulo. Can you pause and show? Let's just it. Right, okay, well, I'm going to do it. Alright, okay, I'll try, see what happens. Right. Yeah, I was just thinking that. I don't know how this is going to play out, but you got to give people the opportunity to commentate. You never know how well they do, don't you? So we do have young commentators on PSGL, so just got to give them a chance. So 1 minute 40 left in the session. Still a few people not sat like yet. Notorious, Stephen, onto the podium. But you guys, you could have warned me. I don't know how it's going to work out, but it's Christmas. I'll tell you what, Joe. I'll dip by myself. Don't worry, I'll just do it by myself. It's fine. I'll carry on. Yeah. It don't bother me. So that's Bad Boy getting out of the way, and Notorious who's on out. That's Stephen. He's going to start a quick lap. So this is his only opportunity, and AMS goes pole provisionally with 1:36.2. So still not as quick as I thought it was going to be. And Kurt Twice is retired from the session. Let's see what's happened to him. He's retired in the pits. And onto the podium is retired. He'll retired into the pits as well. So that's a great start for AMS. If you can keep that pole time, but Ash Best will be trying to beat that. A lot of Ash fans in the chat. Yeah, he's a good guy. But AMS, he's alright as well. So let's just give him an opportunity. So I'm going to ball to Stephen, as he's going to be the first one to cross the line. Hulkenberg crossed the line in P5 at a minute. Just a minute, a lot can change. But as soon as Stephen crosses the line, I'm going to go and board. Oh, and that's his lap done. I'm going to board with Ash Best now. He's coming down the back straight. Strange camera angle. I don't see it. I don't see it happening. Sao Paulo crossed the line in P5. He's beaten Hulkenberger. So unfortunately, I'm going to try and do my maths in my head while the race is going on. See what's happening. The Taurus is retired, not even set a lap. But I'm going to stick with Ash for the second. Let's see what he can do. I haven't got any lap data. Well, I have, but I don't know. Oh, he's gone really wide. Could have been validated. I don't know. And he's gone. No, he's gone P2. 130, and I think he must have invalidated that lap, unfortunately. And everyone who's on a lap has crossed the line. So. So Force in a good spot now for the constructors. as far as the race is concerned, with first and 8th, and Sao Paulo the only representative tonight. So that's unfortunate for Ferrari, but the start is going to be crucial. AMS needs to get a great start. If Ash gets caught up in any sort of melee and gets in some kind of entanglement, that's going to be his race over. So yeah, like I said, thank you for joining me for tonight's finale. Like I said, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, it'd be much appreciated. Thank you very much. Don't see it added. I think it's going to be Ash and AMS. You can't discount AMS has got some pace, so it's all about who gets into that hairpin first, I think. Here we go, 3, 4, 5 red lights, and it's all green. Delayed start, but AMS has got a great start. Bad Boy looking to challenge Ash, but and Ash best on the inside, but AMS gets a good drive out of that corner, and he's got into the he's going to get to that first corner first. And Ash Best right behind him, so Ash Best managed to keep out of trouble. So all he's got to do now is try and buy this time. It's going to be from now on, I think, to see who's the quickest. And strategy, I would say, will be a old soft, and Ash Best already looking to capitalise, but going around the outside, he's going to have it inside the next corner. AMS hanging around it. Yeah, AMS keeps that line, so that's great for AMS. Yeah, it's going to be ultra soft, I think. I don't think there's going to be any bold strategy things. And Ash Best looking to go in. Oh, it's contact. There's contact. Carbon fibre has flown off. Who is that from? Oh my God, who is that from? I think it's from Ash Best. I think he's got some wing damage. I think he went in too deep there, to be honest. I can't quite see. It must have been him. I can't quite see who it was, but I think it must have been him. He's got some wing damage. Will he pit? I suspect not. I think so, but he stayed out. Apparently with someone behind him, maybe a bad boy, but AMS does fast lap of the race, obviously. So that's an interesting start to the race. Kurt Choice has some problems. He's down in last place at the minute. I don't know about that, Remco, to be honest. There's a long way to go. So yeah, I'm not sure if that's the case. These two, I think, will just jump away from the. We'll just drive away from the rest of the pack now. Rocco in P5, expected to be higher than that, but Ash Best now is going to be on the charge in the slipstream. AMS trying to break it, but Ash Best is just trying to follow him. Ash Best will go on the outside. There's not enough room there. AMS keeps the lead, jumps over the curves a little bit, but still gets a great drive. But Ash Best will be looking to go on the outside and probably have the inside for the next corner if he can get. No, AMS has got some top speed there, and AMS keeps that position for the time being. But AMS has only been able to do. Oh, and Ash has spun it. Oh, when he's dropped places, he's dropped down to 4th. Oh my God! But it's okay. He's still in 4th place. It's not been done well for him. Still a long way to go. I was just going to say DRS not in effect yet, but like I said, it's still early days yet. Bad Boy already got a 3-second penalty on lap 2. Yeah, I know what you're saying, but I mean, it's still early days. He literally didn't lose it completely. He just had a bit of a tank slapper, and he's managed to keep it together. I don't think so, Adil. I don't think so. And Rocco's got a 3-second penalty. Oh, pardon me. Oh god, I'm burping like crazy here. 3 laps gone, and nobody people have picked up 3-second penalties, which is mental. Ash Best on a comeback drive here, just like we saw from Nico last night. What can he do? He's got Sao Paulo in front of him. I think the best thing for Ash Best is there's only 2 drivers. It's got absolute pace here in a minute. The Sao Paulo is fighting for the constructors at the minute. Oh, and it's contact. Oh dear. Yeah. Not sure about that, but Ash Best has made his way up to 3rd place. So he's got to try and close down the bad boy now. Yeah, 2 seconds away, but 2 seconds behind him, but well, near enough 2 seconds behind him, but that can be easily caught up. Ash kind of, I didn't get a perfect view, but it kind of like pushed Sao Paulo out of the way a little bit. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not saying that it wasn't Adeola, but I'm just saying it looked a little bit suspect. AMS does another fast lap of the race. So AMS is doing all he can do to win his championship. Ash has got caught in the middle and he's dropped some places, and I'm not going to go into that, Joe, to be honest. I'm going to find out till the end of the race. I don't like finding that out now. But we're on lap 4, ladies and gentlemen. Feels pretty spread out. There's a great battle though between Stephen, Hulkenberg, Caldwell and Notorious. So I'm going to keep on board with that for a minute. Just give you some action. Rocco pulling away a little bit. In fact, it's Hulkenberg, Caldwell and Notorious. And Stephen's there as well. So the Toro Rossos are going well. I'm keeping an eye on the left-hand side of the screen there to see the gaps at the top. But this is the main battle on track, which is what we want to be seeing. We want to be seeing battles. So onto the podium. I'm guessing he's stopped as is Courtois. So I think they must have had a entanglement, and they're on super soft and soft and super soft respectively. So Ash, I can see on the left hand side of the screen there, closing on Bad Boy. Can Bad Boy keep him behind? Oh my god! Okay, so that was Carwell driving underneath Hulkenberg there. Hulkenberg is lagging, and in fact Notorious has got past him as well. So Hulkenberg having connection issues. So I'm going to go back in order. Ash is very close to the Bad Boy now. Meanwhile, AMS has pulled out about a 2-second gap between the man and Bad Boy. I think he would want more at this stage, but you can only do what you can do. Will Ash try and make a move down this back straight? Probably too far behind, but you know what these dive bombs are like. No, thinks better of it. He will have DRS again in the next straight. Ash kick back end, kicking out a little bit, but yeah, and he's probably lost him a little bit of time. I don't know about that Adeola, to be honest. I think they're just as quick as each other, to be honest. Some of them are just stronger at the tracks than others. So I think probably Ash is the quicker driver, but overall, yeah, there's obviously tracks that people are stronger than everyone else. But Ash Best, with the back of the gearbox of Bad Boy now. So we'll be looking to get past them as quickly as they can before AMS pulls out a Northern lead. I think you've been harsh there, Remco, to be honest. I think he's doing okay. He had a little bit of spin earlier, but he's recovered well. He's not too far behind AMS, and he goes down the inside of Bad Boy, and there's contact. And Bad Boy's trying to hang around the outside. Oh my god. And who's going to get the best drive out of down the back straight? Who's going to be late on the brakes? I suspect it's going to be Ash Best. Oh man, it's still contact. Oh my god. I expect a carbon fibre to fly off there. Oh dear, and yeah, this is costing both of these two time, and Ash has got DRS. Ash will try and go around the outside, and he gets that move done. Bad Boy low over the curves. He'll get the inside the next corner. Oh god, how there was not contact there, I'm not so sure. I think, I'm just thinking that every time I go around the corner there's going to be contact. I think that Ash has got that move done. He's 5.5 seconds behind AMS, so he's got time to make up. But like I said, he's still only 6 laps into this race. Wow, both gone wide, and I thought Bad Boy was going to pit then, but he hasn't. So yeah, crazy race so far, but I think Ash Best has got that second place nailed now. I don't know how they managed to get through that series of corners without having any sort of wing damage, but there you go. So Stephen and Carwell are very close together, and sorry, Rocco and Carwell, sorry, and Stephen's not too far behind either. So Carwell and Stevens both, so I get my names mixed up here. Is it whoever wins gets the title? Yes, it is, pretty much. If AMS wins, he wins the championship, and vice versa. Yeah, that's right, Remco. Good. Thank you for that. I'm getting tweets set next to me in the middle of all this, which is not good. Right, I'm going to put my phone away and so concentrate on the race. So yeah, this is the main battle on track between Carwell and Stephen. I noticed that Notorious is not too far behind Hulkenberger, and Kurt Twice is all over the back of onto the podium. But this is for the midfield battle. The main battle is up front, and I can see at the left hand side of the screen that Ash is already closing in on AMS. He's reduced that lead down to a second. So yeah. So it's 4.5 seconds now from 5.5 seconds as it was. Yeah, I know. So yeah, that's not a great camera angle. And Curtis has obviously lost time there somewhere. So that's the main battle on track. It's Stephen and Hulkenberger. For P2, do you get 14 points? Don't you? No. P2 is 12 points. Yeah. So AMS has got a big job in his hands now. He has got a comfortable lead. Well, I say comfortable, 4 seconds respectively is comfortable, but he's just going to try and do the best he can do to maintain that gap. Well, not let Ash Best climb over the back of him. Hulkenberg, a little bit of a tank slapper there, but he's maintained that. So I'm expecting these guys to stop around about lap 10 or 11 with the ultra softs. I expect that we'll go on the super softs at the end. Not super softs, those softs at the end. When are incidents announced? I don't know what you mean by that. Yeah, I'm not sure. I can't predict what's going to happen now, to be honest. And to let it play out. Lap 9, lap 28, so a long way to go in this race, but Ash is slowly into that lead of AMS. Hockenberger looking down the inside of Stephen, can't get that move done yet. He will have DRS down the back straight. That gap between the top two is kind of staggering a little bit, not moving. So I think that second Asbestos caught up and might have been a mistake by AMS. So Hulkenberger goes down the other side of Stephen, and he's got that move done. But will Stephen have DRS down the next DRS rate? I think he will. Well, he will do. So will he try and move down on the outside or inside? He's going to try and go around the outside, and he does that. And he gets inside the next corner. Oh, but Hulkenberg. Oh, yeah, corner cutting there, and he's got a 3-second time penalty. So yeah, Notorious and Carwell very close together now. Notorious on the softs, Carwell on the super soft. I expect Carwell to have to stop again. And AMS is pitted. I did not see that. AMS is pitted and he's gone as... Wow. Oh my god. I did not expect that. He is gone as super soft, so he's gonna take this super softs to as far as lap, I don't know, 18, 19, and he's gonna stop again for the ultras or the super soft. Oh, that is mental. I did not expect that, ladies and gentlemen. That has kind of thrown me a little bit. What is Ash Best going to do? Wow. I can't really read it. Or Oogie in the chat thinks he's going to take them to the end. I don't see it. I don't see that myself. We saw this from Nickel last night. He pitted for the super softs early, and then he went on to the super softs at the end. I mean, if he can do that, that'd be brilliant. I just don't see it myself. And there's a 3-second penalty for Rocco. Yeah, I'm going to get back to the battles. Well, 22. Oh, crikey. I mean, okay, you maybe can do 22 or 19 laps on this, but it's how quick you're going to be, isn't it? That's the trouble. Asbestos pitted as well, so he's only pitted a lap later, and he's done exactly the same thing. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is completely thrown me now. I expected them to go into ultras and softs. AMS is retaking the lead. Wow, I did not expect this. Yeah, kind of throwing the rule back out the window. So maybe Ugi's right, but maybe going to try and go super softs towards the end. So it's all going to be about tyre wear, and in fact, as a result of that pit stop, AMS has dragged out nearly a 6-second lead. I think it was 4.3 before AMS pitted. Oh yeah, I think you're right, Remco. AMS has pitted before the pit stop was 4.3 seconds in front. He's now 5.7 seconds in front. So yeah, but battles is Sao Paulo and Stephen and I think there's a Williams of Bad Boy, not too far back. Alright, okay. Ugi thinks this is the right strategy. Let's see how this plays out. Well, they're both on the same strategy anyway, so I mean, there's no different strategies, if you know what I mean. So they're both on the same strategy. I mean, I can't call it right now. I really cannot call it. I'm excited, but not excited, if you know what I mean. I'm choosing not to get ahead of myself. Don't know what's going to happen, but all I know is happening is that Sao Paulo is over the back of Hulkenberg. Hulkenberg hasn't pitted yet, but he's going to the pits now. Fastest lap of the race by AMS on lap 12. So yeah, Hulkenberg and Stephen both pit, so that's that battle ended. Going down to Carwell and the Taurus still close together, and yeah, that's for P5. So yeah, lap 12 or 28, it's pretty much as you were as it started, really, except Bad Boy was in third place, but I think the rest of the grid is as it was, really. And I think most of the grid is doing what the rest of them are doing, going ultras and super softs. I think that Sao Paulo has gone on a soft tires as the Taurus and onto the podium. So interesting strategies going on here. Who will try and drag these super softs to the end, and who will then want to try and stop again? Hulkenberg and Rocco. And Rocco has got past Hulkenberg. Oh dear, that has been contact, and Rocco slammed on the brakes. Not intentional, I don't think. Just tried to make the corner, and Hulkenberg has gone to the back of him. And he's lost some carbon fibre as well. It's a Hulkenberg is on car number 13. I'm sure Ashbeth was on car number 13 as well. Let's see. I thought Ash's favourite number was car number 13. Oh, both wearing car number 13. Interesting. Didn't know that it could happen in the race, but there you go. So Sao Paulo and Bad Boy close together. Sao Paulo trying to maintain that lead in the Constructors' Championship. I think that is dead and buried, with AMS and Kurt Joyce both in the points. And Bad Boy looking to go around the outside. We'll have it inside for the next corner. A bit wheel banging, but I think that is, and Stephen gets a 3-second time penalty. I think that's a great move there by Bad Boy. But Sao Paulo will have DRS. Oh, a bit wheel banging. And yeah, I think Bad Boy's got that move done now. That chicane is a tricky section to try and navigate, going too wide. But I think that move is done now. And Carwell gets a 3-second time penalty. Wow. So Ashbest is slightly closed in now. He's got that lead down to 4.7 seconds. And in fact he does the fastest lap of the race as I speak. So he's closing on AMS now with half the race gone. So but I think these guys are quite evenly matched, AMS and Ashbest. So if AMS can somehow maintain that lead by about 4 or 3 seconds, then it will be AMS's title. It's hard of well, if you think it's hard, you should have but you have to excuse me, LLC game. I don't know who you are actually in PSN terms. I'm not really up to date with that, so I don't know so it's hard for me to comment on that. No one's retired, so I'm not really sure who you're referring to be honest. But anyway, bad boy by name, bad boy by nature, maybe. But as I can see, the field is pretty spread out for the minute. I know Fortnite is important, mate. I know that. So yeah, we're halfway through the race, ladies and gentlemen. It's interesting, as I can say. Not exciting. Exciting is not the word I would choose just yet. Just interesting to see what's going to happen. But at the moment, as things stand, AMS will win the drivers' title, and Force India will win the constructors' title. That's what I can tell you. And Rocco picks up a 3-second time penalty. So you can see the two championship leaders are on the same picture there for just for a momentary second. Ashbet's got down to about 4.2 seconds, but it's not enough really. Just need to bother if he gets AMS, he won the title. Yeah, I'm not really sure what year. No, I think Ash has to win. Ash has to win at this present time. But he's eating into that lead ever so slightly. So we've got a gap down to Hulkenberg and Steven for the P9. Yeah, he is closing in. Mind you, AMS has pulled out another gap. No, it's to and fro-ing. It is to and fro-ing. I can't call that at the minute. I really cannot call it. I'm poised at the minute. Is what I'm going to say. I'm just poised of what is going to happen in this race. Still early days. Only just gone halfway. It's like 4.8. It's the gap is around. It's hovering around the 4-second mark at the minute. I just don't think Ash is closing quick enough to be. I mean, yeah, you're probably right, Adola, but who knows? But this is the main battle on track. Hulkenberg having connection issues. Goes very defensive, and Steven will go on the inside. Hulkenberg is late on the brakes, but it's gone too deep. And Steven takes that P9 position. And Ashbas has the gap is between AMS and Ashbas just keeps fluctuating, and it's really hard to tell at a minute. But we've got a great battle here between onto the podium and Rocco. This is with P7. I love Rocco's helmets. I think they're brilliant. Are there demotion? No, not really. It is and there isn't. It's just basically when you can race, to be honest. It's not a tier system, PSGL. But oh, and Rocco's lost it, and he's hit the barrier, but I didn't see any wing damage. I think he's very, very fortunate to get away with that one. Wow. So you've got Torres as a P8 and P9. Rocco could have easily retired there, but he's managed to keep it on track. I didn't see any carbon fibre fly up anywhere. but he's lost a lot of ground now to onto the podium. Yeah, there isn't. Yeah, it's just we try and put the people in the right leagues, if you know what I mean. That's all I can really say, really. Ash has finally got that gap now under 4 seconds. It is now 3.6 seconds with 11 laps to go. I don't know. I don't think Ash is making enough progress into AMS to win the title. He's trying very hard. It's 3.5 seconds now, but it's not big enough, if you know what I mean. I think AMS can pull out some gaps. If you didn't bottle it, you will do. Don't know what you mean by that. Yeah, I just don't think the gains that Ash is making is enough at the minute. I don't think so. I really don't think so. And Rocco is pitted, so he will give up that 9th place to Stephen. But yeah, there's no more battles on track in a minute, so I'm going to go on board with AMS. I'm going to try to anyway. Mind you though, it's Ash Best has taken out a second in this last couple of laps. I think it's just going to be the battle of nerves, I think. Oh well, there's Stim, AMS fan. Well, don't talk to him. I'm the commentator here. Talk to me. No, I don't. I don't think they do. I don't think they do. As Ugi said, they're going to try and go to the end. It's 2.8 seconds now, though. It's coming down. Oh, it's gone to. No, it hasn't. It was just a little bit of a lapse there, and that's best. That's the fast lap of the race. Yeah, you should be. So I'm going to stick on board with these guys maybe for the next few laps. I know, I can't believe it. Ash has found some pace in his last few laps. Amos has pitted 1 lap early about Ash Best, but he shouldn't be making that big a difference, really. Oh, Ash Best getting a little bit of a tank slapper. You can Ash Best, AMS is still a little, just a dot Ash Best at the minute, but I'll be honest. I'll be honest. Want to see Ash challenge AMS? Well, yeah. I mean, if Ash wins, then the interview afterwards will just go on forever and ever and ever, because he just gives like the longest answers to any question. But at the same time, if AMS wins, he doesn't have a mic, so it's kind of rubbish, really. So I don't win either way. For me, I don't win. But it's 2.5 seconds now, so oh my god, is it going to be close? 11 laps to go. Yeah. Well, yeah, a little bit of a burning there going on the stream there, but 2.3 seconds now. This is the closest battle on track at the minute. It's gonna 2.5 seconds. So AMS can every now and then just put out a couple of attempts here and there, and that might work to keep him in front. So you did win in F5, but you didn't win in the championship. So yeah, what are you on about? Bad Boy P3, yeah. So yeah, this is finally poised onto the podium in the fast lap of the race there in P8. And Rocco immediately beats that. He's gone to ultra soft tyres, but he's in P10. So one thing I can guarantee at the minute is that Force India will be the Constructors' Championship. Champions. So not only would AMS be a double world champion if it was to stay as it is, but it would be a double world champion and a Constructors' Championship. Yeah, I think you're right. Who knows what would have happened, but I mean, 8 laps to go, and it's under 2 seconds now. Yeah, I can't call it at the minute. I really cannot call it. AMS just looks like he's just doing enough to keep that gap. What's the point gain? I think being point gain, so it's 16 points for a win, 12 points for second place. So as things stand, AMS would win. I don't know. Oh, Kurt Twice was tired from the session. Let's see if I can find what's happened to him. I think he must have disconnected. He's had an incident and he's tired all by himself. Looks like he's going for that little chicane there. That's unfortunate for him, but doesn't really matter to Force India. They're still going to win the title, I think. Yes, I know what you mean, Oogie. I think that might come down to it, but yeah, Renko spelled it out there. Wow. I don't know. I don't like finding them out really. To be honest, I'd like to know what's happened to the end. Yeah, I know what you're saying. I don't like to know, but obviously, oh, I didn't see that. I missed that. So wow, that is going to have a big impact, I think. I'm looking at the wrong person, by the way. It's ever so close now. 6 laps to go. Oh my god, this is really good stuff, ladies and gentlemen. This is how last night should have gone, really, without any contact. Just a straight fight to the finish, but we didn't get that. But we are getting it tonight, ladies and gentlemen. No, I believe he's going to F1. Yeah, I know, he was asking me. I answered questions around here. I think going through all the chats and the stream here, I think there's the support for both of them is quite even. But obviously the young crowd want Ash to win, and the old fogies want AMS to win. I don't have any preference really. I'm just hoping for a good race, and that's what you're getting. So I think no, I don't see it. I don't see it. Crikey, if Ash can just get that gap under a second maybe, and if he can make it the car world, then that could change things. See, AMS just able to eke out a 10th here and there, and I don't know if that's just what would happen if takes them both out. Well, Ash would win, but yeah, Ash would win, but we don't want to see that. 8th of January, yeah, thank you, Remco. Just going to answer that. So, yeah, even if he's at a second now, if it's going to be... Oh, God, it's on the second now, so that back straight is going to be very close. No, we do... and Rocco's left the session, unfortunately. We try and do 3 seasons per game. So yeah, we'll try and get another 2 seasons in now before the next game comes out. Oh, I don't know, Fraser. I really don't know. It's a tough call. I don't know about... How do you know this, Oogie? How do you know this? I'm not seeing it on my screen. I think... No, I didn't. Unless I'm being blind. But it's on the second now, this gap, so I think AMS just carrying a slightly better exit there. I didn't see that. Oh no, no, Ash is going to F1 next season. I think Ash will probably win it. But I can't, like, if AMS wins it, it'd be a great story because he's FP champion already, he'd be F3 champion and Constructors champion. Oh, it's ever so close now. I just hope they don't take each other out. Yeah, but it won't matter to the championship, to be honest. I think it's just going to be a matter of time now before Ash gets the move done, and then I think he'll just drive away then. But no, don't make a move down there. No, what are you doing? Oh my God, it was hot in my house. Oh my God. Yeah. Wow. That was a brave move from Ash. Yeah, not really an overtaking place, I don't think. But I think that move... I know, I couldn't believe it. I think Ash is going to get away with it now. I think he's going to win the race. Yeah, maybe AMS side has gone, but Ash's tyres shouldn't be too far behind if that's the case. I think you can see Ash just driving away now. Wow. Yeah, so but if AMS can just stay within 3 seconds of Ash, because we don't know about the penalty as well. You guys do, more than I do apparently. Yeah, these two frame are just like well, not miles ahead, but just like, yeah, quite a bit ahead of the rest of the field. But no, what happens in this race? I think I'm just trying to work out the gaps now. Well, that's interesting actually. I know that JT, but I don't always see it because I'm concentrating on what happens. So AMS was scoring 12 points and Sao Paulo was scoring 8 points. So that would put Force India and Ferrari on level points. But whatever, you commentate next time, men, and that's all you can do. So yeah, I don't know what's going to happen in that situation. Interesting that is. Oh, a bit of a tax stop over on AMS there. Yeah. Thank God for that. Thank God you don't have a mic. Easy to criticise when you're watching the stream, not easy to keep an eye on things when you're commentating at the same time. That's all I can say. It's not easy as it looks. But so it's penultimate lap of the race. So, I mean, I'm not 100% sure of the penalties, but I believe they've both got 3 seconds each. But you never know. So, if AMS could just stay within 3 seconds of Ash, then you never know what's going to happen. Ash might have a penalty we haven't seen. Ash is a sweat. I don't know what you mean by that. What is a sweat? I know what a sweat is, but that's just a random comment. Why are you such an F1? An F1 sweat? What is a sweat? The kids these days just count the random gibberish. So 2.5 seconds now. Gap between Ash and AMS. So AMS needs to keep within 3 seconds. That will be important for him. You never know what's going to happen, what the penalty is like. I suppose the sweat is a reference to nerves, but you could have better terminology, really. I mean, sweat is just like shit comment. Oh, we got an Ash Best fan in the stream in the form of Big C. Well, I'm going to say to you, Big C, it's certainly been a lot cleaner than it was last night. And we're on the last lap of the race, ladies and gentlemen. I forgot to call that. I think you can see the battle in the 6th and 7th between Stephen onto the podium. Yeah, not much to shout about there, really. But we're thinking that Ash and Ash Best both got 3-second penalties. Like I said, I've not looked into that yet. I don't really want to look into it until the race is done. But that 3-second gap between Ash is agonisingly close, and it's actually gone over the 3 seconds now. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. I'm going board of Ash as he closes in on the coming towards the end of the lap. And for the race victory, and he's going slightly wide there, so he's going to cross the line, and AMS comes second, so Ash is the F3 champion, ladies and gentlemen, I believe. Bad Boy will come in third place. So I hope you haven't got to work early in the morning, ladies and gentlemen, because Ash is just going to give the monumentalist answer to all the questions we're going to ask. On a great battle here between Notorious onto the podium and Stephen. I think Notorious will get P5. I believe Force India are the Constructors Champions. I have to confirm that, but I believe that is the case. Hulkenberg getting very slow in P8, and in fact is he going to get overtaken? Yeah, he's going to get overtaken by Car World. He was ghosting for some reason. And Rocco has been lapped, he's in P10. And Ash apparently is crying, so hashtag AshJP. We didn't want to listen to Ash for the interview because it's not something I want to listen to. So, yeah, I don't want to listen to him crying, but I suppose I'm going to have to invite him. I'll invite Sao Paulo as well. No, not Sao Paulo, Bad Boy, sorry. So stick around, ladies and gentlemen, for the interviews. I'll just go through the podium process. Yeah, unfortunately so, JT, unfortunately so. Which is going to be interesting. So that's your race result. Ash won the... both got 3-second penalties, so Ash has won the race and the championship. AMS is second, but I believe he's won the Constructors Champion, so that's no mean feat. And then Bad Boy, and then Sao Paulo, then Notorious onto podium, Stephen. Like I said, that's onto the podium, Hulkenberger, and I'm not sure who finished in 10th place. It must have been Rocco. So let me invite these guys to the party. So yeah, give me a couple of seconds. Let's see if these guys join the party. No, I'm definitely not doing that. You alright, mate?
Hello. Yeah.
Don't speak just yet. All right.
Mhm.
Right. Oh, she hasn't got a mic, has he? Yeah. So yeah, everyone is here, ladies and gentlemen. So let me get this interview started. Ash, congratulations on the race victory and the F3 Championship, F3 champion. You got your friends around you, you got your family around you. Yeah, there's millions of supporters in the chat, and the biggest question they want to know is, have you calmed down since Thursday night?
Yeah, I have.
Alright, right, well, obviously, bit of a wobble in the first couple of laps behind AMS, lost a couple of positions to Bad Boy and Sao Paulo, but it was just a question of biding your time, I suppose. You kind of threw me a little bit because I was expecting both of you to go into the ultras and soft tyres. But AMS went to super soft tyres. Was that what you expecting, or was that always your strategy to go on to the super softs?
I never expected him to go to the super softs on lap 9. That was undercut to the limits, and I didn't think he was going to make it to the end, and she really struggled at the end. So it was always going to be an ultra soft and to super soft for both of us, but never did I expect him to pit so early.
So was you always going to go into super softs, or did you just do that because of what he did?
No, it was always a super soft pit stop, because softs, they last till the end pretty easily, but it's just super softs are much more effective. They're much more faster, and they do last to the end. So super softs was the best option if you are good enough on tire wear.
Okay, well, congratulations once again. I'll come to you again in a second, but I'm gonna come to the guy who finished in third place. Bad boy, congratulations on another podium. Obviously, it must feel a bit weird just being a driver who's not really involved in the title decider, but you just did your own thing really, and you managed to be in third place. So just tell us how your race went.
Well, off the start, because I knew I technically nothing to race for. I didn't halfway through. I just wanted to make this last race actually a good one, and ended up being. I didn't want to get in the way of AMS and Ash, but when Ash messed up, I just obviously had to step in. And sorry, Ash, if I did slow you down a bit, not letting you past.
You got me a panic attack at the end of the race.
I was calming you down after you crossed the line, and then Ash got me back after a few corners of battling, and then I just went on from there, just cruised until I got to the finish line.
Wow. Yeah, congratulations on your podium. It's been a great season for you, both in F6 and F3. Before I go back onto Ash, what are your thoughts and hopes for next season?
To get in maybe the top 3 of the championship. I've seen the drivers from who are coming up and who are staying, and I'm quite confident.
Cool, great stuff. Okay, Ash, back to you again, I suppose. So, how much did nerves play a part in tonight's race?
At the start, it was both. I usually blame Dirty Air on that incident, but I just stepped on the pole too early, hoping I get some traction and try and get, pull. It goes side by side with AMS. It reverted into me, doing a half spin, and I got penalty. I was literally there so upset because I knew AMS was not going to get a penalty, but he did, and I did not know that until the end. So I was literally just pushing as hard as I could, trying to keep it on track, trying to just keep it as fast as possible, and nerves did play a big part for me, and thankfully I could settle them after that half spin.
Okay, great stuff. So obviously you got your after weeks and months of speculation, you've got your move confirmed to F1. Back earlier this week. So what's your thoughts for next season?
Thoughts for next season in F1, well, it's not the best league that F1 has provided us with, but it's also not the worst. But being as lots of the top guys like Gamer, Louis, Gamer and Louis mainly are going, I'd say a top 6 finish is possible, and I'm gonna be aiming for that.
Oh, well, great stuff. I must say I'm quite surprised, Ash, you kept your shortest answers for the last race of the season.
Trust me, I'm just saying, Ash has been thinking of a speech for the entire day for this moment.
I've not heard it, so the floor is yours, Ash. I mean, bearing in mind the season starts in January, but if you want to make a speech, and by all means, carry on.
Speech. This season has been a great season. It's provided lots of action, and AMS came midway through the season to become my title rival, stealing it from Sao Paulo, and I've had a great season. Just AMS provided me with a very tricky challenge, and AMS was never going to make it easy, and he didn't, with that last race being so tense, no slate car, and Abu Dhabi just was insane. So AMS, one man to race against. I'll see him in F1, and I wish the best of luck to everyone else.
Okay, we got a bit of a question from Game Freaker. I'm not sure what this means, but you probably know what it means. It says Ramonus Navardacus. Ramonus Navardauskas. Harder to say in Lithuanian than it is in English. Okay,
it's a bit of my stutter.
Okay, there's a limit. Well, it's coming to the end of my stream. Any final thoughts from both of you guys before I finish?
Yeah, actually, to be honest, the McLaren was amazing. It was such a great car to drive, very stable, and yeah, thankfully I picked that. Unlucky that my teammate left halfway through the season. Could have definitely challenged for the constructors, but yeah, the McLaren was a great car.
Yeah, I'm not...
Bad boy, you happy now?
I was waiting for that bit.
Yeah, what's happened to the constructors? Because AMS came second and Sao Paulo came fourth, so there have been equal points. Yeah, obviously it's tie, but I mean, who wins the constructors?
Come back. I'll check that later.
Right. Okay. Any final thoughts from you, bad boy, before I finish?
Not really, no.
Right. In that case, ladies and gentlemen, I will just make a little bit of a speech. It's my first full season of commentary, so I want to just say thank you to all the people that have subscribed to my channel and watched my streams. Last night's stream was the most views I've ever had, which was amazing, so I'm quite pleased with that. And I just want to say I'll be here next season in one form or another. I don't know what I'm going to do in terms of commentary, but I'll be doing some sort of commentary. So yeah, I'll be on track this coming Thursday for F6 in the final race of the season. But you can see the F1 title decider this time tomorrow night, 8 o'clock. And all that's left for me to really say is I hope everyone has a Merry Christmas, and I hope you all get your presents that you want, and I hope the new year brings good fortune to you. I'll be wishing for some new F1 talent for next season, so that's what I'm going to be getting, hopefully. But from me and from Ash and from Bad Boy, congratulations to you guys again, and congratulations to Ash for the F3 champion. That is me done. I will see you guys again in the new year. Like I said, good Christmas and Happy New Year.